Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you'll subscribe and stick around to see our homeschool journey. In today's video, I'm going to do one of our together subjects, and I know this has been something that a lot of you guys have been wondering about and asking about, so we're going to go ahead and do our first together subject, and we're going to do Book Shark, which is our American history subject. So when I bought this 2 years ago, this is our third year using Book Shark. We started with level B and we worked through B, C, and now we're in D. B and C is ancient civilizations, and this starts U.S. history, and we'll do U.S. history for 2 years. So when I first bought it, I did buy the big binder that comes with it, and it also comes with weekly tabs to help keep each week divided. Some other things that it came with was, well, I mean, I bought it, but I bought a big dry erase map, and on one side it has the US and on the other side it has the world, and that's hanging on the wall over here. I also purchased the timeline book, and so this is something we'll use for the entire curriculum. And each year I buy the new timeline pieces, and then we put our timeline pieces on our timeline. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Oh, sorry about that. I got sneezes. I don't know why. Oh. So, that is one of the things of this is the timeline. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what a week looks like, and then I'm going to show you some of the different books that we use, and then some extras that I picked along. So this is week 3 schedule. So we're actually just finishing up this. Last week there was one day I didn't get to because I was actually not feeling that great last week. I felt kind of just down, tired, just didn't feel so good. I had headaches, so we kind of got a little bit behind. So we're finishing this up, so I'm going to just show it to you. So it's a 4-day program. You can see day 5 is empty, and we pretty much keep it as a 4-day program. At the top it has your history and your geography, and so it tells you the books you're reading and then the pages you're reading. Next it has your read alouds, and then how many pages you're reading, and then it has your readers, and it has regular readers or the advanced readers, and then that's what your child is reading. I'm going to go into detail about this a little bit more. And then it has a hands-on optional. I opted out of the hands-on optional just because I have a different hands-on optional thing that I do with my kids, so I didn't buy their extra optional package. Then when you open it up, it has each one. So then it's broken down by day. And so like this says day 1, it tells you the reading, and then it has discussions after you read. Then it tells you your next reading, and then questions and discussions to have after you read. And they do that for each thing, for the history, geography, for the read alouds, and the readers. And then it also tells you if there's any timeline or math activities for the day, and then any optional hands-on activities. And that is exactly what the whole thing looks like. So this would be day 2, day 3, day 4, and that's exactly what the lesson plan looks like. So then I want to show you, I write my own lesson plans up. I do. I know some people are going to be like, what? You do what? I do. It helps me. I like to plan. I like to write everything out, and then I like to highlight. I'm a highlighter kind of girl. So this is what my lesson plan looks like. If you ever want to see one, leave it down in the comments. I can actually go over this with you. But I just wanted to show you really quick. Right here is I put my read alouds up here. So read alouds. So you can see like today we read Peacemaker 1 chapter. So that's part of what they consider history. And then the only other thing we did was we did one activity today. That was an art activity. And then we worked on our history pockets, which I'll get to a little bit in a minute, which is not part of Book Shark. That's something extra I do. And then we read in Pedro's journal. We read, I think it was like 10 pages, but I don't even know if it was that many. And then the kids, for their reader, were reading the Pocahontas book over here. I'll show it to you in a minute. And they just had to read chapter 1. So it's really not that much work. We almost finished all of our history in the morning during our morning basket time, because I do all of our read alouds during that time, and we do where we read together during that time, which is their reader. So it really doesn't take us very much time at all to do this, and it's my kids' favorite. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to break it down to some of the books and things. Each time you buy it, it does come with a map. So this is History D. And so when it says map work, it'll tell you, like, it'll say map 3. And then it'll even tell you that we're going to be in, like, C, 4. So you know to look on your map, see 4, and that's where you're going to find it. So it's very detailed. It does have several maps on here. I think there's a total of 6 maps that you will cover this year. See, so there's that. That's my lesson plans. So here is some of the books that are considered history and geography. So these are in the history and geography. I do not have all of these. I'll tell you why. I buy, instead of buying their package deal, which is like $500 or $600, I buy it individually. So I buy their resource, like their instructor's guide. And then everything else I kind of outsource to Amazon, thrift books, homeschool sales. I'm in a lot of used homeschools, like Facebook marketplace groups. I look there. I'm always about getting a deal on a book. I will leave a lot of these books linked down below on Amazon. I do have to say I'm an Amazon affiliate, which means if you click on the link and you purchase something, it doesn't make you pay anymore. It's the same price for you for the book, but I do get a little bit of commission from it. It's just like, hey, thank you so much for showing Amazon. And I'm going to tell you as I go through these where I bought it, because this was the best price that I could find it at that time. So the Native American Cultures is one that we're really enjoying. We actually really like this book a lot. It's part of the history geography portion of their curriculum. I had to buy this on Amazon. I could not find it anywhere cheaper. And then I'll show you some of the things about it. So right now we're learning about the Native Americans that lived in the Northeast Woodlands. We're actually finishing them up this week. So it had like a section for you to read. And I read this to my kids. They do not read it. And then at the end, it has activities, and that's actually where we're at now. We are working on these activities. So this week, we're going to be making all of these things. This one is an Iroquois turtle shell rattle. So we're going to be making this rattle, and we make the crafts while my toddler is sleeping. That seems to be the easiest. He's 18 months old, and he puts everything in his mouth, so it's not really safe for him to be making the crafts yet, but my 4-year-old likes to make them. And then we also have, this week, we are going to make the wampum. I hope I'm saying that right. It's shells. I'm not sure. It's a belt, and we are actually going to dye noodles, and we're going to make it with noodles instead of shells. And he's actually going to help me do that because I just did the shells today. I dyed them. And then today we also made our canoe. So that is the crafts. So that's why we really like this book. So you read about the that Native American Indian tribe or area, geography area, and then you do the crafts. So we love this book. Another one that's in theirs is the Smithsonian. I could not find this anywhere cheaper either. I had to buy it from Amazon. This is a spine that you will use for D and E. So I will use this next year too. This book, oh, it's just so beautiful. I just love history. And this is just, it's just so beautiful and wonderful and colorful. And I'm in love with it. I absolutely love it. And we just started this one. The next one, I found this one at a homeschool curriculum sale that I go to. I got this book for $3. I think on Amazon it's quite expensive. So I was very happy to find this. We haven't started this one yet. It's going to come in a few weeks. To me, it seems a little boring, so we'll see how this one goes. Another one that is in the history geography section is Pedro's Journal. Like I said, there is a few more. I just haven't purchased them yet. One of them is Lewis and Clark Expedition. One is the Constitution. One of them is Bill of Rights. And one of them is coming tomorrow, and it's the beginning of American history from Christopher Columbus to maybe something. I don't know from what. But that one is coming tomorrow because I need it this week. So this is Pedro's Journal, and I got this one also at that used curriculum sale. I just found it very cheap there, and you can see we're almost finished with this one already. So that is what's considered the history geography books. The next thing I'm going to show you is some of the read alouds. So every year they do have a read aloud that is a poetry book. This is the poetry book from this year. I could not find this cheaper anywhere else, so I had to purchase it on Amazon. I really like it. It does have where you can download it on your phone and it'll read it to the kids, the poem. So I read it, and then I let the phone read it to them too. So you do 1 page or 2 pages of this every week, and that stays in our morning basket really. The next thing is some more of our read-alouds. Again, I have not purchased all the read-alouds. I am a thrift shopper, so some of them I do not have yet. I still have to get. I just keep a list, and I will get them if I can't find them anywhere cheaper. I will end up buying them on Amazon as needed. And one of these I did already buy on Amazon only because Amazon had it at like the cheapest sale in 30 days, you know. So I picked it up when it was really cheap. It was like $4, which is this one. The Story of Instead. We have not needed this one yet, but I got it at such a deal on Amazon, and I couldn't find it anywhere else that I went ahead and picked it up. This one, Johnny Tremaine, I got at that curriculum sale. I got a good deal on it. These are all read aloud, so these are ones that I read to my students, to my children. The next one is The Witch of the Blackbird Pond. Again, you can see I got it at that curriculum sale. Tolliver's Secret. I think I actually had to buy this one on Amazon. I don't think I could find it anywhere else. If not, it was from Thrift Books. The Sign of the Beaver I found at I found this at a thrift store. I think I paid 49 cents for it. I was very, very happy. And then this one I'm actually checked out of the library because the library did have it. It was The Peacemaker. So what I have found is a lot of the, if you have a good library system in your county, a lot of the read aloud books are on the library system, so always check that first because you could get them for free. We just finished this one today. I will take it back to the library tomorrow. This was a very good book. That was the first read aloud. Tomorrow we're starting The Sign of the Beaver. Other ones that I need to get is The Secret of the Sealed Room, Carry On Mr. Bowditch, Justin Morgan Had a Horse, The White House is Burning, and Alamo All-Stars. Some of them I know I can already get at the library. The next thing is your readers. So they give you regular readers and advanced readers. I have a few of the advanced readers because what I'm planning on doing is my kids read these together. So, and I sit in between them. So each one of them sits on each side of me on the couch and we read this together and we kind of do popcorn reading. They do have other readers in language arts curriculum, so I'm not I don't really care if they don't read the whole thing by themselves. So we kind of do popcorn, we have fun with it, we sit together on the couch and cuddle. It's just nice. So here is some of our readers for this year. So we have Phoebe the Spy. You can see I got it at that curriculum sale. The Cabin That Faced West. I bought it at the curriculum sale. I'm going to mispronounce this, I know. Om-Kas-Toe. I got this one at a thrift store. Sarah Plain and Tall. I don't know where I got this one. It doesn't have any stickers on it to let me know. It looks kind of new, so I might have actually bought this one off Amazon. Pocahontas and the Strangers was one that I got at a thrift store. See, it has a $2 sticker at the top. A Lion to Guard Us. I had to buy this one. I think I bought this one on Amazon because I couldn't find it anywhere, but I don't remember. I might have got it at like a thrift curriculum sale. Squanto. I know I got this one off Thrift Books. It even has my Thrift Book sticker there. And then The Courage of Sarah Noble I got at that curriculum sale. So these are your regular readers. Some of the regular readers that I do not have yet, or I can check on from the library, was The Matchlock Gun, Meet George Washington, The Bears on Hemlock Mountain, Meet Thomas Jefferson, and Robert Fulton, Boy Craftsman. So those I will be getting. I did go ahead and get some of the advanced readers in case we finish those up and we want to move on. I got Benjamin Franklin of Old Philadelphia. And The Corn Grows Ripe. I will continue to look for some more of the advanced readers since they're not really required. It's more of like if I can find them at the library or if I can get them really good on really good sales, I'll get them. So now that brings me to some extra stuff that we do for history just because we are a family who loves history. This one we're actually in the middle of reading right now, and I read it during our morning basket time. I love these books. I think I have the whole collection here. I've been collecting these for a long time, and this one I just actually really recently got for 10 cents at the thrift store. That's a steal. So this is If You Lived with the Iroquois, and we're reading that one now. We're going to finish it up. It's part of our morning basket. The other ones I have here, and some of these will carry over to level E, but I just went ahead and pulled the whole set because I have them all. If you lived in colonial times, if you lived 100 years ago, if you lived, traveled on the Underground Railroad. Here's one about the American Revolution. Oh, look, I have two of those 100 years ago. I need to sell one of them. This is the Mayflower in 1620, the Civil War, the Cherokee, Iroquois, covered wagon, and in the time of the Great San Francisco earthquake. So those are just some, like I said, a lot of these are just extra. It's just things that we will be reading. I have a whole other pile here of some extras too. So I found this Ben and Me. We went to Philadelphia the summer that just passed, but the one before that, and we love Philadelphia. My kids fell in love with Benjamin Franklin, so I went ahead and picked this book up. I have this Mesmerized, which is about Benjamin Franklin as well. How Many Days to America. This is a Thanksgiving story. The Story of the White House. The Last of the Mohicans. Chief Whitehair's Secret. These my mom found, and they're little Native American books, and I'm so happy she found them and got them for me. We already read this one right here because it was about a little Iroquois boy. It's called Leaping Trout, but there's ones for each of the different like groups of Native Americans and their tribes. So we're just going to be going through these as we're learning about the different areas. I think we're going to go to Southeast next. I can't remember. Knots on the Counting Road and the Pilgrims of Plymouth. The next thing that I want to show you is I got this book. I bought this a while back at a teacher store when it was in business. This is interactive 3D maps, and we're actually doing our first one this week. And we're doing Christopher Columbus because we've been talking about him with that one book over there, Pedro's Expedition or whatever it's called. So we're going to be doing this interactive map and making it. I think we're actually going to be making it tomorrow. I have it pulled out already. But they have one with Cortez. I think they have one with the French explore North America, Hudson, Roanoke and Jamestown, the Mayflower, slave ships across the Atlantic, piracy in the high seas, Paul Revere, Washington crossing of Delaware, Lewis and Clark, a ride along the Erie Canal, the Trail of Tears, the Way West, up and down the Mississippi, the Underground Railroad, Civil War on the Sea, the Transcontinental Railroad, so the Western Cattle Trails. This is one that we'll use this year and next year. The Immigrants Flock to America, Civil Rights. This is a really good one. Then this one is just Lift the Flap Timeline, so it's just little timelines. I think I found this for really cheap, yeah, $1, so I went ahead and picked it up at the curriculum sale. It's definitely not needed, but it's just where we can print out and make timelines of different things that happened in American history. We already did the first one, which was Explorers. Which brings me to my next thing, and it is part of the Evan Moore teacher file box. And if you saw my videos with my curriculums, you know I talked about it. That's pretty much our entire kids' curriculums. So we pull the history pockets from those, and that's where we come up with these. So we make these little journals, and this is your cover. And granted, my kids make these, so they're not like the most beautiful, but they love them. And then so you can see here we've already done the Native American intro pocket, and this you fill out as you go. So inside the first pocket it has the tribes you fill out as you go. I pulled this totem pole thing from Teacher File Box, and we did that activities. It came with a map that, as we do, we'll put our little sticker on here for the Indian tribe that we're learning, Native American tribe that we're learning about. This is at the end of the whole entire thing. We'll have a Native American little dictionary. We'll cut these out. So as we're learning the words, we've been putting them on here. And that brings us to our first pocket, real pocket that we've done, which is the Iroquois. And I'll show you what's in that one. So it has like a little packet with reading. We read this together about the Iroquois. Then it had a little one palm wish list thing that we did. It had a little thing, foldable thing we did for the three sisters. And then today we made our canoes, so we just added our canoes into this pocket. And then we've also started doing one on the Explorers of North America because we're kind of learning these at the same time. And we just started this one last week on like Friday. So we just have our introduction in here. In our introduction we have the timeline from that book over there, and then a timeline that came with it. And then a map of all the exploration that went on, and then a little fun fact sheet. And then I think the first pocket is Christopher Columbus, and that's the one we're going to start working on next. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry it was so long. There was just so much to cover. I tried to condense it as fastly as I could. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you'll stick around and check out more of my videos. Have a good night.